from Djibouti selling to Kenya, or traders from Kenya selling to Djibouti, have to look for US dollars. How is US dollars part of the trade between Djibouti and Kenya? Why? And we are saying that today, Afri-Exim Bank have given us a mechanism where traders in our continent can trade in their goods and services, and the Africa Exim Bank will settle payments in local currency. That is why Kenya champions the Pan-African payment and settlement system that is done by our own institution, the Afri-Exim Bank. Why, members? Why is it necessary for us to buy things from Djibouti and pay in dollars? Why? There is no reason. And we are not against the US dollar. We just want to trade much more freely. Let us pay in US dollars what we are buying from the US. But what we are buying from Djibouti, let's use local currency.
What's going on, y'all? This is your boy, the Bullish One. Now, it has been a very, very interesting week. But we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty. As you just seen, the Kenyan president announce to other African countries about ditching the US dollar. Now, first thing that comes to my mind is Operation Sandman. I don't know if you guys seen it or heard it, but Operation Sandman is allegedly a collaboration of 100 nations in agreement to simultaneously sell off the U.S. Treasury holdings. It will be sent back to the U.S. to collapse the U.S. dollar. So if somebody said, oh, well, I don't know if that's, real. Okay, well, let me show you. New development bank to compete with the World Bank. The new development bank has been created by the Brics nations. Okay? It is intended to compete with the World Bank. Operation Sandman, think about it. Again, you have BRICS nations. Right now, with the country that the BRICS have in itself, it's already above the GDP of the G20 by itself. I mean, we're talking about country after country. You have BRICS, but now you have individually countries dropping the US dollar. Again, Asian central banks to adopt Iran switch alternate as de-dollarization accelerates. Everybody's dropping the US dollar. Why do you think everybody's right now applying to BRICS? BRICS list for applications is so long. You're seeing other countries' partnerships, other countries that had, conflicts with each other before in the past, that they don't have that anymore because they're trying to get out these sanctions from the U.S. government. People not understanding that. So they have their new development with their own bank, their own SWIFT, if you want to be technical, and they're dropping the US dollar country by country. You have the Bank of China from Gold Telegraph. The Bank of China will open its first branch in Saudi Arabia later in 2023. Now, think about it. China and Saudi Arabia are partners technically right now in this whole BRICS correlation, guys. Everything is going hand to hand, and at the same time, you have all these countries dropping the US dollar. Today we pause interest rates. What is the saying? History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. We pause interest rates. If you guys haven't seen or understand 2008, the same thing happened in 2008, but you guys have an understanding of we never solved the problem in 2008. All they did was print money to fix the issue. What I'm going to do is, and The description is going to be a link down below of the 2008 financial crash if you guys don't understand it. Just get an understanding of it. It's kind of, again, it's the same things. I mean, Jerome Powell says it could be a couple years before interest rate cuts. I mean, guys, think about this. They're pausing. They've been raising rates for 15 months straight. Now they're pausing. And at the same time they're pausing, off of the news that we're pausing interest rates, what did the markets do? They tanked. The crypto market completely tanked. Bitcoin went down to $24,000 in a short period of time, just off of this news. The Fed no longer, here from Zero Hedge and Wall Street Silver, the Fed no longer expects the U.S. to enter a recession in 2023. You also see 1.0% GDP up from 0.4. Translation, depression 2024 confirmed. Guys, it's the same timeline as before. This is why I said history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. Look at the timeline from 2008. What banks just collapsed? SVB, Silicon Valley Bank, I'm sorry. They just collapsed recently, and you had a chain of banks collapse behind them. Now the Fed is pausing rates. Come on, guys, pay attention. Wake up. We're in a financial collapse. We're going to be in a recession very soon. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be like 2008. It's going to be worse. It's going to be worse than the Great Depression. I mean, here again from Wall Street Silver, reminder, the government CPI is fake data. They manage the data so it's lower so that the cost of living adjustments for Social Security are reduced over time. It's all a game. All of it is. Also from the XDC Foundation, unveiling MICA, the EU's comprehensive legislation focused on the crypto and blockchain industry. What does it mean for the global landscape? All in together, the key word is you're going to be hearing is we're in a crisis, regardless of how you look at it. We're in a crisis. And I believe the only thing that we know for a fact, everybody that's into crypto understands these utility coins will make their case, as in the XRP, XLM, XDC, and all of the ISO 2002 coins. They're going to make their case. All these regulations have to get rolled out in these different countries. Everything has to go together. Hear from Vincent Kennedy. Take a slow, hard look at this chart. It's inevitable. Bank failures. I mean, come on, look at this. All the way through 2023. Look at that. Come on, guys. I mean, also at the same time, they're testing the emergency broadcast alert. Here we have from BlackBerry XRP that they're testing the emergency broadcast alert in New York. Question mark? Blackouts on the rise? We don't know. But we have reports. Organized hackers associated with Anonymous, Killnet, and Revel have announced their intentions to carry out a mass joint operation cyber-attacking against the West SWIFT financial system, which will include U.S. markets, banking sector, Federal Reserve, and Wall Street in the next 48 to 72 hours. And this is from SG Anon. 48 to 72 hours. They're telling you they're planning a cyber attack. Is blackouts coming? Is internet blackouts coming? Who knows, guys? You gotta just pay attention, stay focused, and, be prepared for anything. We don't know what's going on. They could plan it. And on top of this, we have all this stuff going on with this news, financial news. Come on, man, guys, just pay attention. Stay safe. Always have your crypto offline. Get your crypto off these exchanges. Because if the internet goes out, they can just take your money. Simple as that. Also, from Fojak and David Schwartz, it's almost time. He posted this regarding the Ripple accusation of Meko. And he's going to be speaking, and since it's almost time, is it almost time for the the speech, or is it almost time for XRP to rise above? Because what's going to happen? Remember, guys, Brad Garlinghouse always said, when do you call the plumber? Think about it. When do you call the plumber? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys listen to Brad Garlinghouse say that. I hope you guys pay attention, stay vigilant, keep your stuff offline. Stay safe, be prepared. We don't know what's gonna transpire. Take it easy, guys.
Self is sort of straining and asking experts to sort of explain how blockchain is going to work this far into it, or are you guys confident that now we're on the
I don't think that's concerning, because I don't think right now digital assets and blockchain are solving consumer problems. I mean, you think about I think 100% of the examples you heard us all talk about were infrastructure. You know, I describe myself as we're a plumber to the global financial infrastructure.
Of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II. See, I know what he was going to do. I know what he's going to do now. And he hasn't even got started. Now, what are you going to tell your kids and your grandkids 25 years from now when they say, gee, Daddy, gee, Grandpa, what were you doing other than having your thumb up your big fucking ass during the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of the world? What were you fucking doing? Fuck all, nothing. That's what most of you will tell them, your grandchildren and your children. It's never going to get any better than this, kids. This is as I said on YouTube, the eye of the perfect motherfucking storm. This is it.